you can just open up your video. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome you all in this session. I hope everybody's doing great, feeling healthy and fine. So as you all know that RBI results are out and we have started with our topper strategy and topper discussion. And as you all know that we have been talking to various toppers regarding their strategies, their work, their experience, and all the important things that you need to know from a topper in order to clear the examination. So that is why this very important series that we have started, especially for all of you, so that you can just listen from the topper itself that what exactly is needed to crack this examination. So here we have our Prashanth, who have joined with us today, and he is going to share his all the details, all the various type of strategies that he have performed in the examination, and he is one of the successful candidate in the RBI Grade B examination. Prashanth is from Hyderabad, and he has done like whenever I'm just writing his profile, he has attempted various other examination, and he has been taken an experience of various other places, and this was the first CS attempt that Prashanth has given in the RBI Grade B, and he just became successful in the first attempt itself. So now I am welcoming Prashanth in our session. Welcome Prashanth, please join us. Hello Prashanth, welcome to the session, and congratulations for the huge success that you have got in this examination, and it's this highly coveted examination.
Thank you, sir.
So first of all, whenever we talk to the topper, it is always like what we wanted to ask is how you are feeling. Are you relieved or you are relaxed right
now? So when the result came, there was nothing substantially different. But when I went home, looking at my dad's happiness, I think that was the best moment I could cherish in my entire lifetime.
Okay, so you have opened your result in a home, or you just got your result when you are in?
No, I opened it I was with my friends, sir. I think the next day I went home. That's when I could see my dad in tears. They were dancing. So I could. So in my 30 years of life, I've seen my dad dancing for the first time.
Oh, great. So I think you have seen that, and your dad has seen you so much of happy at this time only, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So again, congratulations from all the aspirants, all the Oliveboard members, those who are here.
Thank you,
and it's a huge success, because this is a highly coveted examination, because people prepare for years to crack this examination, and this you have done at a single attempt itself. And right now, since people have been preparing this examination for various like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and some people are preparing for more than years, so people wanted to know like your strategy and the way how you have gone through all the phases of this examination, and how you have gone through phase 1, phase 2 interviews, like regarding the study material and all the things. So first of all, I will be starting from the question itself, like how you have come to know that I have to do this examination.
RBI Grade B, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I think... Sir, just because I had some time, I think last 2 years I thought of attempting RBI Grade B, but I didn't attempt it because I was not prepared for it. I thought there is no point. Every exam deserves that respect. There's no point in just giving that exam without preparing. I say we can't just go and give an exam just for the sake of it. So I did not give it. But sir, last 2 years I tried, and I had my state PCS or SSC CGL. I couldn't give it. But this time I was determined. I had only 1 month of time after my CGL prelims. But I thought, I think we can give it, because CGL I was pretty confident. So उस time में मैं ये भी दे सकता हूँ. So this went in my mind. Yeah.
Okay, since I just wanted to keep your audit officer for this time only, because I wanted to give that introduction after this line only. So let me tell all of the students that our Prashanth has already been selected in the SSC CGL examination, and as per his marking, he has said that he is going to get audit officer. So that is a very big post in the SSC CGL examination. He has already cleared that examination for the audit officer post. So he is already a selected candidate. And at the same time, he has also cleared the our RBI Grade B examination, and that's a huge success. Like at the same time, you are getting the various type of success in the SSC CGL and the RBI Grade B examination. So first of all, since you have given SSC CGL and you have also been preparing for the UPSC, right? So we wanted to know regarding like how your UPSC preparation and how is your SSC CGL preparation has helped you in this examination.
So RBI is a very unique examination in the sense of having objective, descriptive, typing, and the maths part, as well as the general awareness and finance. So there's no other exam as diverse as RBI Grade B is. So every exam, be it banking, be it CGL, be it UPSC, be it state PCS, every exam can put in inputs to the RBI. So SSC helped me in the prelims part. UPSC helped me in mains descriptive, and the general overall experience of the past 5 years helped me in the interview.
Okay. Oh no, that is a right. That is a very rightly put statement. Like SSC CGL have put you in the pre-marks, and your phase 2 marks has been based on your UPSC base, because both the papers are for specifically designed like that.
Yes, sir.
So you have got a two-way advantage in the RBI Grade B examination, and since you have already cleared the audit officer examination, so we are most promptly clear regarding that you will be clearing this examination. So Prashanth, whenever normally people ask like, because most of the people are preparing this examination for years, what is the difference between your preparation and what other people who do not able to crack the examination for years? Like, if anything, you can just share like what exactly they can have to see about it.
So maybe because I was not a conventional student, sir. I was not a conventional student of the banking or the RBI. So I was not preparing any book from pin to pin. I was reading several books. I was taking a printout of, like, my best friend in the entire preparation was a Xerox shop guy. So after I got my result, the first person I went and gave sweets is the shop person. That's because every day I used to take printout of around 40-30 pages for around 1 month. And even 2 days before the exam, I took a printout of a 200-page book. So it's not a conventional way of pin to pin, page to page preparation. Whatever is required for the exam, whatever I am lagging, I fill that deficit, I fill that delta using whatever is needed in specific books, be it one institute, be it the other institute, be it one exam or the other exam, doesn't matter. Sometimes I read SEBI material, sometimes UPSC material, sometimes SSC material. So it was a random collection of stuff. In that way, probably I was different, but I would definitely not recommend that to a conventional student because I didn't have time. For someone who has time, I would suggest complete your preparation before the notification, especially the static part. And that is very important so that you will get some space to think about the dynamic part just after the notification.
Yeah, you told me that you just started preparation like 1 month before of the pre-examination, right?
Yes, sir.
So actually, most of the people say that we are also in such kind of situation. Like normally, people ask how many months it requires to crack this examination. Some people say that it requires 1 year of preparation. Some people have already cleared in the 6 months phase only. Some people only prepare for 4 months. So these type of question we normally get from the candidates. So what is your take on that?
Sir, one should not take me as a yardstick because I had SSC background. Some people may not have. I had UPSC background. Some people may not have. So if you are exactly in my position, I would definitely say 1.5 months would be more than enough. But if you correspondingly, depending upon your weakness, you need to put your time. So I would say, sir, just 15 days before the exam, stop all your weak areas and focus only on the strong areas. But before 15 days, I think one should only work on the weak areas, not the strong areas.
Okay. So as per Prashanth is saying that make sure that you should not simply go like the way strategy he has done, because he has already a background of UPSC and CGL. So like the knowledge that that everybody wanted to know to crack this examination, he's already having that. So he doesn't require that much of time which a normal conventional student require. Right. So if you are right now into a new stages and you are preparing for this examination for a first time, you have to give a proper time to this examination. That what Prashanth wanted to say. And as per him, make sure that you focus more on the more on the strong areas during the time of examination before the 15 days of the examination. That's Prashanth has wanted to say for us.
So the difference between the topper and, or let me tell you, sir, I got an All India rank of 40 and interview score of 74.
Oh my
And that's probably only because of the confidence I had compared to a very serious candidate. There are much more serious candidates than me, much more experienced candidates than me. I think I was lucky enough to score a little bit more than them, probably because of a sense of confidence I had just before entering the exam hall.
Okay.
That is the reason I told, sir, 15 days before the exam, leave your weak areas.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. They are not going to trouble you in the exam. But if you don't attempt your strong areas well in the exam, you're gone.
So you didn't go down for the pressure, because most of the students who are already good at this subject, they simply fall down for the pressure situation.
Yeah,
so
yes,
they said that I have not prepared this, I have not prepared that. So normally whatever they have been preparing, that also goes in vain.
Yeah. So what you prepare is definitely going to help in the exam. What you didn't prepare is not going to come in the exam. That's it.
That's it. Yes. Fine. Prashanth, like we should go by stage wises now. Like for the phase 1 examination, what exactly, what focus has to be done by the candidate? What area of focus has to be done by the candidates? Phase 1 examination.
Sir, like everybody says, the quant reasoning, all these areas of individual sectional cutoffs, sir, they require a bit of special attention compared to the general awareness. Yes. Because most of the candidates are very strong in general awareness. That's what I observed. But they lose out by half a mark or 1 mark in aptitude or reasoning or English. Okay. So that's why I said first, 15 days before the exam, first complete off your weak areas. Make sure you're reasonably good in scoring, reasonably cut off in all the 4 areas.
Yes.
After that, then you work on your strong areas and see which area you can bank upon.
Yes.
Let's say I banked upon reasoning and not reasoning, English and general awareness.
Okay.
So I went with least risk in reasoning, sir.
Okay.
So I left off many areas and I didn't even read the question. Believe me, I didn't even read 60% of the entire reasoning question paper. I didn't want to read. So I knew I will only clear my cutoff in reasoning, and I didn't want to worry more about it. जो मेरे को पता है मैंने वही attempt किया है and बस उसके बाद I just left it. So there's no point in reading all the questions. Then again, yes, and all that.
No, आप जैसे पूरा clear थे कि मुझे करना कितना है. You are already clear from the starting that I don't want to read this, I will do this, and I am strong at that, and I will clear this.
Yeah, sir. It's
so right,
right. Yeah.
That's a best way that you can crack this preliminary stage, phase 1 of the examination, because if you wind upon other topics, like if you are not good at
strong in all the areas, very rarely you find candidates 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th attempt guys, you see them strong in all areas.
Yes,
no candidate will be strong in all areas. First, each of us should realize that. You can't bluff yourself.
Yes, we cannot. And as you all know, as we see that that general awareness is of 80 marks and reasoning is of 60 marks. So most of the people go for this area in order to score the more marks, right? Because here scoring can be done in a proper way. So you have gone for the English portion. So here I just find a little bit of difference, like for the 30
English
marks.
Is my core area, sir. English is my strong area since my childhood. So I've never left it just like that. So English, I've always grabbed the opportunity to score well there.
Okay. If it is not not difficult for you, can you just share your marks with us, like the cutoff and everything is out, right?
Tier 1, I did not even see, frankly speaking.
Okay, you didn't see.
Tier 2, 175 plus.
Okay.
175. So plus 74. 250 around is the overall score.
Okay, 250 is around overall.
Or 247 to 250, yeah.
Okay. So normally people say that in general awareness, whenever we go for general awareness, right? So most of the people are general awareness is everywhere. Everything is general awareness. What you are going for it. So there is some limit has to be put for the general awareness also. So have you put in that limit, or you have been tied to only a single source or whatever? Can you just share a strategy for general awareness if it's possible?
So general awareness and the ESI and a little bit of finance, current affairs, all of that I've done it together. I didn't really demarcate. I've done current affairs, I've done schemes, then I've done even when you read current affairs, I just made down certain points in a sheet of paper. So all the appointments at one place in a very small font. It just came out like this, like 20 names maximum. Yeah, 20, 25 names. Again, 20, 25 names for which bank or which bank was in news, how much fine was levied, something like that. So making a short notes of current affairs, number one. And number two is the banking static part, sir. So if you completed your finance, when was RBI established and all that, you never know, that can come in GA. So if you complete your basics of finance and you complete your basics of ESI, ESI current affairs, and you complete your banking awareness and current affairs, I think 60-70% of general awareness is done.
Okay.
And after that, I think it's all again, it depends on which source you are relying upon. All that.
Okay, so it's just like
you have to be done.
Yeah. So you're saying that you have to be very particular about finding out what current affair you should keep in that.
Yeah. See, sir, it's the same magazine. It's the same current affairs magazine, whichever institute you pick up, whichever academy.
Yes.
But for UPSC, the way you read current affairs will be different. For SSC, it will be different. For RBI, it will be different. For RRB, it will be different.
Yes, that's great.
So the syllabus is the same, general
syllabus. Yes.
But the way of asking is different, quite different.
So no, the way this PO will be asking that type of current affairs will be different. For RBI, they have different type of current affairs, and for the UPSC, you have different.
Unless you find the soul of the exam, I think you keep reading all nonsense. So it's all about what to cut short, then what to short, and then what to read. And nobody else can say that, sir. You see the previous question, understand the intellect of the examiner. What level is he trying to ask you and trouble you? I think that's more important than reading everything pin to pin.
Yeah, so segregation is very important.
Yeah. So if you keep reading the previous question, sir, you'll get into the mood of the examiner. You become another examiner.
Yes, that's correct. That's the best way you can easily find out like what exactly you have to read and what you don't have to read.
Yeah.
Because normally we always say that if you really wanted to know the examination, you should better go for 5-year question paper.
Yeah.
There you will able to analyze like what is going to be coming for the examination in the future, right?
Yeah.
Fine. Now we are moving towards the phase 2 examination, where most of the candidates have a fear of writing also, because most of the students, what they do is they try to read everything, but their writing practice is totally out of control. So first of all, we wanted to know like how you have prepared for ESI.
So descriptive or objective? Okay. So sir, ESI descriptive, I believe is more of a knowledge test. Or let's put it this way, it's more of analysis test. F&M is more of information test.
Yeah.
And English is more of a practice test.
Okay.
I think I got it right. I've just framed it randomly, but yeah.
No, you have framed it right. It's a descriptive, yes.
Yeah. So ESI is more of analysis. Yeah. Everybody knows what is unemployment. Everybody knows the economy is under crisis. Everybody knows the global financial crisis.
Yes.
But the way you analyze it is different.
Yes.
So that analysis should come over a period of time. If someone says I've read for ESI descriptive for 1 month, he's lying clearly. So ESI is one paper that comes from the deep source of your mind of analysis, how you analyze things around you.
Yes.
I left one question in ESI, almost half a question in finance and management. Still I scored good. That's because you need to write quality answers.
Yes, that's correct.
So that's about ESI, sir. So it's more of analysis of
more of analysis. Actually, in the ESI, there is a kind of a directive words is also given to the questions, right? You have to discuss, you have to elucidate, either you have to analyze, right? So some students, I think, don't know regarding these type of directive words. I think since you are you have a background of UPSC, can you elaborate on that directive words,
Sir, frankly, I could divide the entire directives not by the way they ask, but by the way of type of question. For example, if they ask about global financial crisis, I think there are 2-3 areas in which you need to prepare. Yes. First, if the question is asking about the criticism, question is asking about criticism, you have a luxury to take a stand, and then you can actually throw some examples to ascertain a viewpoint. But if the question is more or less talking about discuss, if the question is more or less talking about analyze, more or less these 2 words talk about, it's not about the stand, but it's about the bird's eye view.
Yes.
So, and there can be an informative question that is what, why, how, So if any of the question in the entire question you find these words, then they're asking they're asking you to put some information on the paper. So I divide into these three categories, sir.
Okay.
One is about taking a standpoint and defending it. Second is about knowing the bird's eye view. Third is about examiner expects you to put some information. If a question is on NPA, you can't just NPA is bad, NPA is bad. He wants you to put some data.
Yes. Yes, correct.
So that's it, sir. So instead of looking at the, so read between the lines. That's what I say. Read between the lines and try to know what is the examiner expecting from this question.
Correct. That's fine. Great. So now again, the FM, finance and management. People normally ask like what type of question, like whether they have some analysis kind of question, whether we have a static type of question, what kind of question are we have to prepare for this finance section?
So, finance and management paper is more of, I say it's all information based paper. You just read the information from any source you want, then you kind of recollect it in the examination and you represent it on the paper. So you kind of read it, retain it, recollect it, and represent it. So it's more or less what you read. Management is directly from what you read. There's no question asked about it. And the finance, sir, I think you should be ready to leave certain questions in finance, your weak areas, because the syllabus is so huge, so vast. Sometimes if most of us are weak in ESI. Most of us are weak in expressing what's what we need, what's going on in our head in ESI.
Yes.
If you're focusing on that, the area of finance, I think, can be left over a bit. I think from certain areas of the finance syllabus can be left over because there is a choice anyway. So I think finance is has a luxury to be left over, but management has to be. If you are leaving out management, you're missing out on a lot of things because people are excelling in management.
Yeah, people are excelling. Yes, correct.
Year on year, they're writing innovative questions, innovative answers, and examples on management.
Yes. So actually, see, this management is like a totally static portion. So most of the people are very easy to by heart all the knowledge regarding the management. So there, if you are not able to get the marks, so you are losing the marks over there to the other candidates.
Exactly.
Yes, that's right. That's great. So now we are moving towards our English portion. That is the most feared portion. That is the essay part.
So your voice.
Yeah, is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah. So English part is mostly feared by the people, those who said that essay writing, what we should write in the essay, how much we have to write, what exactly we have to write in an essay, any topic is given, what to do. So in the starting, they have that kind of feeling like, or all of a sudden a topic has been given. So what is the way, what we have to find out, like how we can just go about that writing an essay. So since you have already written that essay in the examination, so if you can just share your way of writing and all the things regarding the essay.
Sir, after interview, the best area that I think I enjoyed was English.
Oh, that's
because you don't have to think so much. You just have to express what you feel like. I took a very unique, different standpoints than most people.
Okay.
But still, I expressed it with examples and with explanations. So just go with the flow. But what's important is you need a practice of two things, sir. First, whatever goes on in your head, it needs to be in the paper. It needs to be on the board. So that the translation of content is most of the times lost because people are not practicing it. It's not their fault. That's how our schools are designed. So you just have to overcome it by practicing it. Write random things, as I keep saying even to my friends, a lot of people. Just write random stuff. Write a letter to your girlfriend. Doesn't matter. Just keep writing it. Write how was your day. Write a letter to your father. Write random things. Write random things. Just keep writing. Write something you like, that you like writing. Anything. You like football. Write about football.
Yes.
Like that. So that is one thing, sir. Second is about the actual content. So coming to the actual content, I believe, sir, I believed in the strategy of quotations, data points.
Okay.
So I loved quotations. So I think I used a lot of quotations in the examination. So in every essay, I used quotation, and even I think in one of the RCs also I used a quotation. So it's all about that, sir. So personally, if you are kind of expressing something and taking you're backing it by someone's data point and quotation, that's not valuable.
Okay. Yeah, in the examination, always see that if you have any kind of essay where you can put some specialized type of quotation, which is already matching with that your essay, so it will add weightage to your essay.
Yeah. And also take opinions, sir. A lot of people keep saying, don't write your opinions. Just go by the textbook part. Textbook essays won't give you marks in competitive exams. That's what I believe, sir. Even in UPSC, I scored 140 plus in essay. I think that's because of me. For example, sir, just the conclusion. Just let's take this one example of conclusion. Conclusion is different from summary.
Yes.
So and the evaluator is not a fool. Evaluator does not want you to just summarize what you've written above.
Yes.
He wants you to conclude it. He wants you to conclude with some way forward or an innovative thought.
Yeah.
A lot of people write the same thing again and again. Whatever they have written in the essay, they write the same thing in the conclusion and then say, I've concluded. So I used to make a different point, total new point in the essay, in the conclusion.
Okay.
So a lot of people disagree with me, but you make it such a conclusive conclusion that the evaluator feels, wah, kya baat hai, ye bhi ho sakta hai na. So just that thought, that's enough. I think it will make his day.
मतलब वो बस बात यही है कि आप जितना आपको डिफेंड करना कोशिश करोगे तो एग्जामिनर आपका पेपर को उतना अच्छे से इवैल्यूएट करेगा.
Originality is more important.
Yes, yes. So otherwise it should not look like a general that you have written and other people are also writing. So here whenever you are writing a little bit differently, so examiner is also happy in reading your answers.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and you have to keep practicing the essay, because essay come by practice. It is not like that you have to write something. You can write anything, right?
Write it over and over, not just in essay, sir. Even in ESI, even in F&M, even in essay, descriptive paper, you can write it over and over again. Yes. If you write one answer, write it again. If you write an essay, write it again tomorrow. So write it again the next day and see where you're improving. If you're not improving, you're going wrong. There has to be an improvement. Take a review and then see whether the improvement is good or it's actually going down. And you reach a stage where fine, you're happy with the answer. Everybody around you is happy with the answer. Then you take it to the yardstick.
Correct. That's a right way of finding out whether you have written something good or not. Yeah. So much of information and knowledge you have given for the descriptive part. I think all the aspirants have already gone through, like since the successful candidate, whatever you say, and other people, all the successful candidate people say, these are taken as a yardstick only, because since you have done it, so that means there is something that people can focus on, because since you have written the new type of conclusion in the essay, so now people will be treating this like we have to write something different also, right? So they will not go by the same go. So the last part of this examination is always the interview. So people have an anxiety before going to the panel and at that place. So I just wanted to know, like when you got a news, like you got selected for the phase 2 examination. So what was the feeling, and how you have decided, like how I am going to prepare for this interview?
Sir, I had SSC CGL Tier 2 immediately 1 month after my mains.
Okay.
So even when the result was out, I could not start for interview. I had to prepare 20 more days for my CGL mains.
Okay.
So I was very tensed. Even the night before the interview, I called one of my seniors and said, I'm still confused about this one answer. Why RBI? So I was not really confident, sir. But that night has changed everything. I think I didn't sleep a lot during that night, but I was just thinking, why am I here? They invited me here. They are reimbursing my ticket.
Yes.
They want me to come to the interview hall. They are giving me a free tea, coffee, and breakfast.
Yes.
So they want to select me. I am in demand.
Yes.
So good. I'm here from such a small life back there. So that itself gave me a sense of confidence. So I went into the interview hall with that sense of confidence, along with the confidence that I've read this. My question paper was leaked. That's what I believe. Through biodata, it was leaked, and through newspapers. I read the same newspapers as what the interview board was reading. So it's the same thing, right, sir? I'm reading the same Business Standard, same Business Line, same Financial Express, same Economic Times. I used to read 4 newspapers for 1.5 months. So I'm reading the same newspapers as what the board is reading. I'm reading the same biodata as what the board is reading. And I'm being invited like a lecture here to the interview board. So why scared?
Why do scared? Yeah, that's a kind of a self-confidence you are giving to yourself, even the phase 1 examination and during the interview also. So Otherwise, people think that I'm going to some big place and big people will be sitting. Also, you have said that since I'm reading the same thing, those people are also reading the same thing. So we are at a same place. So it is just like a discussion that is going to be there.
Exactly, sir. In fact,
Yes.
the interview board happened with entirely discussion. They didn't ask me 20, 25 questions like other interview members. They asked me just 6 questions because each question went on for 5, 6 minutes.
Yeah. So there was a good amount of discussion that is going on.
Yeah, they asked me, we had a debate. He took a stand, I took a stand. Then I kind of defended with an example. The interview board felt happy. They kind of intervened and then they said something. It was a good, lively discussion that went on.
Okay. So it is just like that you have turned your interview towards yourself only. The
So,
way your confidence.
Sir, let's say they asked me only one question was out of my biodata, which was very simple. Do a SWOT analysis of the Indian economy.
Okay.
So I could have done I could have said a lot of things, industrial sector, a lot of sectors, export competitiveness or lot of things. But I chose to say only those things that I'm confident about, that I can actually speak good about.
Yes.
So I did choose agriculture and I did choose demographic dividend. Okay. Because I did I did some amount of research and I actually presented a paper on female contribution to the labor force in rural areas.
That's great.
And then I also did my research paper on agricultural economy, agricultural productivity, agricultural marketing. Okay. So because these two were my strong areas, I chose only those two as the weakness of the economy. So you have already decided, like, I am going to discuss about this only. Whatever comes out of my mouth, is under my control, number one. Number two is I say only those things that I am confident saying for the next questions. I know if I say service sector, the next question will be in service sector. Yes. If I say, so what Amartya saying doesn't matter. It's not the point about what Indian economy is. What you say matters. So you only have directed your interview panel the way you wanted to ask them and the way you wanted to make sure that your interview goes as per your line. Okay. More or less, yeah. But yes, because I have written my biodata and I have answered my questions. So I have driven my interview. Yeah, and even whatever comes out of the question for that answer, also that you have given, where you are confident about that, so that if any additional question comes on that, you can easily answer that. Yes, sir. So this is the best strategy that you can have. Like, you can just drive your own interview, but that happens only when you know exactly what you have written. Also, when you are confident or when you are satisfied about what you did in life, sir, this won't. Let me be frank. This won't work for everybody. For a person who was into 6 years into preparation, just like that, he did nothing except UPSC. He did no research. He did no masters. He did not prepare for several competitive exams. He's just 5 years into UPSC. Yes. He cannot do all this. Yes. So for such people, I believe the content should speak. You should be ready for factual questions. Yes, that's correct. But otherwise, if you have something in biodata, like instead of writing football, I've written beach football. Beach football. Because I used to play football just in sand. And whenever, I think 6 times I went to beach last 3-4 years, and every time I played beach football. Achha. So I could have written football, but I wrote beach football just to make it more interesting. So that's more important, I believe. Make the conversation, make the biodata more interesting. The interview panel wants to talk to a young, energetic, interesting guy. Yes. Everywhere I can see that wherever you have done your paper, whether phase 1, phase 2, or interview, you have done everything very differently, which sets you apart from the other candidates. So that is the thing that the interviewer panel have already catched up, and even the examiner who is correcting your paper. This was your, I think, best strategy that you have applied in order to score the good marks in this examination. Great. Yeah, the secret is revealed mostly. The secret is revealed, yes. I think the students are already getting that what is the special secret. So this is the special secret. And if you do that, same thing will happen to you also. You will be sitting here and I will be taking your interview. Yeah, I'll be the audience. Yeah, you will be the audience, yes. And right now, as you all know that the role of mock test and mock interview, can you just elaborate on that? Mock test, first of all, if you can just say. So mock tests are important for prelims a lot. Mock tests are important for mains if you do it before prelims. Like the phase 2, right? Yeah, phase 2 mocks, or if you do it before phase 1, okay, you are in a very good position.
Mhm.
Phase 1 mocks, you're doing it, you have to do it because it is a time-bound exam. Time-bound
Yes,
exam,
it's a
cutoffs,
time.
5 cutoffs, 4 sectional, 1 main cutoff, and all that. So
Mhm.
वो तो करना ही पड़ता है. You need to know where your wicket, where
बिल्कुल.
you need to have a timer. You need to see what you're doing, what you're not doing, and all that.
Yes, yes.
But when it comes to tier 2, sir,
Mhm.
if you are starting your tier 2 after tier 1, phase 2 after phase 1, or
Mhm.
if you have done only a little bit of phase 2 before phase 1,
Yes, true.
revision is more important than mock tests. Let me be very frank.
Revision.
So for phase 2, if you do 20 marks and go to the exam, or if you revise it thrice and go to the exam, the revision will give you more marks than the mock test. So for phase 2, I believe you do the mocks before phase 1, at least one round, which I could not. But I saw people, I've seen people who have done so good, so confident because of that. Or you focus on a revision first, then go to the mocks.
Correct. What I normally suggest to the students like that, if you are reading a little material and revising it multiple times, that gives you more power than anybody who's reading multiple things and not revising any time.
Yeah.
Right?
Reading and not revising is equal to not reading.
Yeah.
So you read and you didn't revise, it's equal to not reading.
Correct.
And
Because
if you really want to write mocks, I believe among the 3 areas, one area that will give a lot of advantage in mocks is depends on candidates. For example, if a candidate is he's good at processing the information, if he's good at retaining the information, then he should give more marks in the ESI.
Yes.
Or if a person like me who is good at analysis, he should give more marks in the F&M. So that, because that's a weak area. Finance,
yes.
and I cannot process and remember, retain information, and F&M requires that. मुझे वो लिखना चाहिए.
लिखना चाहिए.
So suppose you have limited time, then you choose which marks you give. Knowing people will offer you the selective marks. You have to buy one, then give only ESI marks first for a while, then see if at all you have time, go for F&M. So based on your weak area, sir, fundamentally, if I have to cut down my entire preparation, it's only one point, sir. Nothing works for everybody. One size fits all does not apply to everybody. Don't listen to any topper and follow anything. From my video, if you feel certain parts are my weak areas and it will work for me, take it. Otherwise, the rest, put it in junk, put it in dustbin, doesn't matter. So you need to know what you're weak at, then work on it. Only then it will work for you.
Yes.
Just because it worked for somebody, it doesn't work for everybody.
So everybody, as normally, I also suggest the same thing, that everybody has a different preparation strategy. Everybody has a different set of skills. So they have to apply all these skills and strategy on their own. They have to decide like what exactly fits their own strategy.
Yeah, that's
you have different, other people have different. So whenever we are taking like we are talking to anybody, everybody has a different type of strategies. So there is nothing like that you have to prepare like 6 months of preparation is only required. Even in the 6 months, if you are doing a lot of things, that also doesn't work. So there is no time frame also.
Yes,
so some people can do in 4 months also, 6 months also. Some people cannot do in 5 years also. So it is just like that. You have to devise your own strategy and just simply go for it. Fine. So thank you, Prashanth, for joining the session. It's a really great feeling for all of us, and as we can see that the confidence, the happiness, and I can even imagine your father's reaction on your selection. And really very congratulations from the whole Oliveboard team and all the aspirants who have joined us in this session. And we are giving you all the best for your futures, and we'll be seeing you as some of the great officers that India is going to have. Thank you so much for joining the session. I will see you there. Thank you.
Bye.